everyone, and welcome to prompt number 55. 55, okay, let's just get into it. We have hourglass and tower. Okay, here we go. Please ignore the absolutely horrible sketches. I don't know what it is. I flipped through the past sketches very early on in the book, and they are much more detailed, and they fill up the page, and it seems like as time went on, I have neglected my sketches for some reason. I'm going to work on that. I know, I'm a turd. So back to these sketches. I wanted to get an ant illustration out of my head because making objects into a city and like a tower and stuff is really cute, I think, with the ants. So I made the hourglass into a tower and put some ants around it. And then once that was out of my system, I moved on to actual ideas. So with the hourglass, I wanted to play around with some sort of time traveling city or people or something, but the idea just wasn't coming to me and I just wasn't feeling it, as usual. So what I ended up going with was a cardboard tower made from like a child with some hourglasses, I guess, decorating around the tower to represent statues and stuff like that. Something a kid would do, like decorate their play stuff by pretending it's something else. I was pretty iffy about this illustration. I wasn't really happy with it at first, but I think this is a really good one in the end. I pushed myself to play around with a few things, and I'm just really happy with how it turned out. So the idea behind this one is that I drew a cat person because I keep drawing so many dogs, I had to draw a cat. And also I just thought the idea of having a cat person instead of a dog or some other animal was perfect because this is a cardboard creation and everyone knows how much cats love cardboard boxes and just cardboard in general. So I thought it was too perfect to have this little girl cat playing around with cardboard. I even put some scratches on the cardboard to represent her scratching the cardboard because that's what cats do. So it was perfect. I made a little cardboard sword for her to have, a little cardboard crown, a little cardboard, I guess, magnifying glass telescope thing. So the idea behind this first illustration is that this little girl has created this cardboard creation and she is waiting for her dad to get home. She has been playing pretend, I don't know, maybe she's a princess, she battles. She's having fun playing alone because I guess she is an only child and she is pretending that her father getting home is a monster or a dragon or something, so she is on the lookout for him coming home. And this is where I really started to play around with the lighting, and it's not something that I do often, and it's something that I definitely want to push myself to do more often. The idea with this lighting is that the father has just gotten home and he has turned on the kitchen light or something, and she is waiting in the living room or wherever she is. And the light from the room is coming through a doorway, so it's only covering part of her and part of the cardboard and part of the room. So it's a little off, and it's not something that I've ever done before, but I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. It doesn't look quite as dark on camera because I have been playing around with the settings on my camera because I still don't know how to use it. But I'm really happy with the effects of the light coming over, and it makes for a more interesting, I think, illustration when you play around with the lighting and not just having basic lighting cover everything and not having changes or color being affected by lighting. So yeah, I'm happy that I pushed myself with that. And oh yeah, another small little detail in this is the hourglasses do show the change in time. So in this first illustration, you will see there's a lot of sand in the upper chamber or upper section of the hourglass. And then in the second illustration, you will see that there is more sand in the bottom part of the hourglass. Don't ask me why so much time has passed between the father getting home and her waiting and then the father finally being in the scene. Maybe he got home and he took his shoes off and, I don't know, he grabbed himself a drink, or maybe he was really hungry so he was getting dinner first, or maybe he just didn't think she was home or something. Don't ask for the details. I just wanted to show just a small little detail of time being passed, and I thought that was a really cute thing to do. Because I do have two illustrations, why not show the hourglass showing the passing of time? It's a really simple and useful way to show passing of time in illustrations in comics, so keep that in mind. After I added the finishing details of the scribbles on the cardboard, which I thought were really cute, something about playing around with the light changing where that heart is, where part of the heart is red and then part of the heart is like that purpley in the darkness. I have a lot of fun when I play around with stuff like that, so let's move on to the second illustration. So of course, with the second illustration, I wanted to show that the dad was home and that he is being attacked by the kid, and that, of course, like I mentioned, time has passed, so there's more sand on the bottom of the hourglass. So those are just the main things that I focused on during this illustration. I traced over the previous illustration to make sure that I guess for the most part, that the tower was in the same position, even though I was going to change a few things. And I did knock over one of the hourglasses so that it just looked like there was more commotion going on. Originally, I was going to have the dad in a sort of like monster suit or like a dragon or dinosaur suit by just putting a tail on him that was a dragon or some dragon or dinosaur paw things instead of his regular clothes. But I thought it would be cuter for some reason if the girl was just surprise attacking the dad when he got home. He entered the room, turned the light on, and she just attacked him and she's having so much fun and the dad is surprised. It would have been really cute to have them bonding and playing around together, but I guess just having someone taken by surprise and having her attack him was just a little bit more cute and I guess showed more action and stuff going on. Sure, it would have been cute if he was in a dinosaur costume, but having him stumbling through this cardboard when he least expected it and having him attacked was just, I don't know. I thought it was funnier. So of course in this piece I didn't play around with the lighting because he has turned on the light in the room, so all of the light is evenly spread out and there's no playing around with it. But I do like the difference in these two illustrations. It's similar to that difference of light and dark or day and night or just showing things pass by having the same scene but then something changes or something has happened. I really like that. I think it's fun, and I think the reason why I've been doing so many multiple illustrations lately is I am just getting that itch to do an illustration for a book. There are a lot of different illustrations in books, and there's a lot of passing of time and things happening in books, and I think I'm just getting that itch to do that. I know you guys are just going to tell me, Kasey, just make a book. It's a lot harder than you think to balance actual work and then working on another project on the side, so it's something I'm going to have to learn to balance a little bit and work harder on. But until then, I will keep working on my portfolio and making these illustrations that tell their own story, which I'm having a lot of fun with. The more I do these prompts and the more I push myself to do things I don't normally do, like playing with the lighting, doing backgrounds, stuff like that, I am just going to get better and make a book that I am more proud of later on. So maybe it's a good thing that I haven't pushed myself yet, right? If anything, I think these prompts are a good way to show that if you do push yourself, it's not always a bad thing. There are so many prompts where I don't like the idea or I don't think that the sketch is even that great, but once I push myself to line it, color it, play around with the lighting, play around with this and that, I end up liking some of them. I don't like all of them, but sometimes like this there is a pleasant surprise where I am very happy with the result. So yeah, that's this week's prompt. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! I am so glad that you guys are getting into these prompts. I enjoy the end of the week when I get to look at the hashtag and wow, you guys really like to push yourself. There are such a variety of ideas. There's a lot of different styles and I love looking at them. I was very surprised when I looked at the hashtag and I was like, why is there a werewolf in space? And then my friends had to remind me, Kasey, you told them to put a werewolf in a place you don't expect. And I was like, yep, they got me because I was very surprised to see a werewolf in space. I really enjoyed seeing all the werewolves working at places or just ending up in places that they don't remember. I had a lot of fun looking at your crazy ideas, and it's amazing that a one-word prompt can give such a variety in illustrations. So thank you all so much for joining, and I hope you join in the next prompt. Okay, bye for real.